Hi all, Хайрлы күн, добрый день. We do these weekly sessions dedicated to Google Cloud Machine Learning certification study group. Also, we have Android certification. If you collect a lot of badges, then you have chance to get internship in 20 spots in Central Asian technology companies. And we thank our partners. We thank Google Cloud for cooperation. And most big thank you is to Aidana Djalilova, representative of Ololo. Ololo is like Ololo city. It's as far as I heard about them, it's the best coworking network in Central Asia, and for sure in Kyrgyzstan. And it's Ansar joining. He will just throw Ansar right to the discussion. Ansar, while you are joining, we just to set scene before I will maybe Aidana can introduce herself, but we have this Kyrgyzstan. We have people like Tilek Mamutov, first Googler of Central Asia. I was watching his streams, looking like, wow, it's possible to work in Google, and many other people. He inspired a lot of people. Now he relocated back to Bishkek. Also, you have this Abakirov, you have Ololo, you have this KSSDA and many other government-funded park of high technologies. And we know that in comparison to Kazakhstan, in Kyrgyzstan, many things are solved faster, and IT companies are oriented to international market, export, working remotely for US, European markets, one of the most advanced in the region in these terms. And we will ask a little bit questions about living in Kyrgyzstan and working remotely. And just to finish up before transferring to Aidana, Ansar is joining from Astana. Thank you for joining. We will maybe ask some questions about commenting remote life in Astana. And please, Aidana, if you could introduce yourself. Thank you.
Thanks a lot. It was such a big introduction, but I was very happy to hear all the things that you've said about Kyrgyzstan. That's true. Everything is right. I've been working with Ololo for 4 years, and a lot of people get surprised whenever I say that. The reason why I'm still with Ololo is that it's an ecosystem for digital nomads and for all the innovators of Kyrgyzstan and Central Asia, actually. And it's a company that is actually being a driving force in many different things. For instance, a creative economy. Maybe you've heard of, we have High Technology Park, but also recently we launched a new law, first of its kind in the worldwide, called Creative Industries Park. So we're gonna have, the best conditions for the creative economy representatives. And whenever you ask what is Ololo, it's so hard to answer because there are so many things that we're working on. But the main thing that we're doing is that we are creating a radically different environment for those innovators, for those who make the world better for us, by creating a platform, by having like business accelerators, funds, and marketing event agencies and all that. So I can talk a lot about Ololo, so you need to stop me. So yeah.
I don't know, Ansar, did you know that they have business incubators in Ololo? I thought it's mostly co-working, so it's quite surprising, fascinating. We prepared questions. First question is, besides Ololo, do you know other good co-workings in Bishkek or in Isikul?
Well, in Isikul,
maybe you could recommend something.
Of course, no. Well, for me, I know the inside work. I know the philosophy behind everything that we do. So I would recommend only Ololo because we are more than just a co-working space. We actually changed our positioning. We are a creative hub, and we are actually the biggest co-working, chain of creative hubs in Central Asia. We not only have a co-working space, but also like a concept where people can live. So we have a co-living and a co-working space in one building. We have a hostel and a co-working space. And we launched a couple years ago the first co-working resort in Isikul. So actually, of course, it's very good that now we're having more co-working spaces in Bishkek. It's always good. The competitors, I guess, make our market develop. So, oops, he's out. Okay.
Ansar is out because of Wi-Fi. And how about Wi-Fi in Kyrgyzstan? Is it fast?
Actually, I talked to our technical director today, and he said that if you go through the statistics, last year we were on top of all the Central Asian countries. But if you compare, we were on the 75th out of 188 or something countries. So our Wi-Fi speed ranges from 100 to 500 megabit per second. So we have a very good speed and reliable internet in Bishkek and Osh and Isikul. Oh, by the way, we are in 3 cities, not only Bishkek but Osh and Isikul.
That's awesome. Ansar, how's your Wi-Fi in Astana? Do you stream from Astana?
Yes, I do. It is not very good right now.
Sometimes. So it happens. Even in many countries we have power outages, etc. But you mentioned you launched resort, IT co-working right in Isikul, and if I book in July, it will be probably crowded. But is it possible? How can I book online? Can I book it online? Because I know 2 years ago it was just regular resort, and I should call by telephone, right? This is off topic. Sorry, this question was not planned.
We actually have 2 places in Isikul. We have a co-working resort, and we have an art hotel. They're located in different places, but they're cool. They have their own, uniqueness, and depending on what you're looking for in your work and rest, you can choose. But of course, we are on Instagram. We have Ololo family has its own website. You can text us, you can call us, like we're reachable. I will send you actually the contacts so that it will be easier for you to look.
We can post it to this description. This question we did with Ansar. Ansar, if you have some other questions, feel free to interrupt. For example, Ansar was a leader of student club, Google student club in Astana, and there are several universities in Astana. And what are the top IT universities in Kyrgyzstan? Besides Outsa, we all know Outsa.
Oh, it's a very hard question for me because I'm not very into IT. But we have Compass College, which is like an innovative college that is trying to adapt to real life, to real businesses, and create the programs really valuable. UCA. Oh, we have UCA in Narin, and we have a lot of schools, academies, and stuff. I'm not sure about the universities, so I'm sorry I cannot answer correctly to this question.
I'm sure there are a lot of, and you mentioned Narin, and so IT kind of hubs is Osh, Bishkek. Narin is not IT city, right? It's not many IT companies. Is there any like differences between Osh and Bishkek IT companies? Or I assume in Bishkek it's a lot more, right?
Developed, yes. I've actually had a chat today with our innovator from Osh. Oh, let me tell you a little bit more about Osh. It's actually a little bit different. The concept itself, it's a IT hub plus woman creative lab. So I talked to our innovator called Abdul Kadir. He's in IT Academy, and he said that if you compare it to 2019, it's much developed now. People didn't even know about what IT sector is. However, now people are learning. They have a lot of programs and stuff. But then the biggest program is that in Osh they're not. The big companies are not located in Osh. They're usually in Bishkek, which means that big events are not really happening there, and not that as much as the communities are not really developing. However, it's being developed now because we have a lot of events there happening. For instance, I know Go Viral is going to be there. It's about IT, media, and all of that. We had IT for bees we didn't have it in Ansar. We had it in Karakol. But yeah, well, Ololo itself is trying a lot to make this work and make it develop, the IT sector. But unfortunately, it's not as good as in Bishkek for now.
Go Viral, this is like global event. Could you name other like maybe top 3 tech events happening in Kyrgyzstan annually? Maybe we will visit.
I can talk about Ololo related stuff. We held a series of events called Digital Nomad Talks. So we involved a lot of experts in IT sector and tried to create a platform for them to exchange their knowledge and stuff. We have IT for Bees, as I said before, is also about IT and businesses, and they're happening regularly. Unfortunately, I don't know about others, but I think there are a lot of communities that are holding different events. So maybe online it's a little bit better to search for it.
Okay. I have just one last question from the list, and then we can ask anyone. If I'm not sure if I named all questions we prepared with Ansar. If Ansar will have some more, if not, guys who are watching, you can type in the chat. It will be like this. One question like from Khangeldin. Hello, do you have summer jobs on Google? On Google careers website, it's published every time. There are some internships, always research internships, limited for some geographies. Need to look precisely. Careers.google.com. Khangeldin. And this is Kuba saying go viral tomorrow. Go viral tomorrow.
Oh wow! Are you gonna go there, Kuba? That's nice.
He'll answer soon. And so my question was because our top performers from the certification program, how it will work? We will go to this KSSDA, IT Park, Astana Hub, and Most Hub also, and ask them to ask their companies, IT companies, who needs interns. Could you help name like biggest IT companies in Kyrgyzstan, so we will specifically target them if they need interns?
Well, I know that Codify, managed by Dina Ruslan, is one of the top companies. There is Fit. Our innovators are also those who are on top. And Revero is also our IT company. Innovators, they're also quite good, quite cool. I think it's better to go for like HTTP communities and neighborhoods.
Okay. Thank you. And Kuba is telling, guys, if you have questions, please ask. If you don't have questions, we will say thank you to Aidana because it's working day, and we will finish the stream unless you have some other questions. So basically, how is called the hotel? Art hotel on Isikul. So Ololo hotel.
We have Ololo Contacts. It's a co-working resort, and we have Ololo Family. It's an art hotel. Ololo Family is working like 4 seasons, and Ololo Contacts, we're actually launching tomorrow. It's going to be the first day of this season. So yeah, co-working resort is
$80 per day. It says booking on Instagram.
I guess
looks beautiful. Maybe worth visiting.
Yeah, I've actually worked there for during 3 summers. It's quite a cool experience because you get to be around nature. You get to be, whenever you're there, it's kind of your life becomes slower and you become conscious of everything. And we had a lot of people coming, like working remotely and living in Isikul. It was quite a cool experience because they would, in the morning, they would go swim and they may be jogging because Ololo Contacts is quite a big place. So, and there are a lot of, animals and trees and all of that. And they would work right by the lake in the bar. So it's quite a cool experience. And then you don't get to worry about cleaning. You don't get to worry about making food and all of that. So we make everything so that you focus on what's important for you. And we also held a lot of events. So you feel that you'll feel safe around people and everything. So it's quite a cool and magical place to visit and work at the same time.
This whole stream is free, one big free advertisement for Ololo.
Sorry. I'm sorry. It's genuine,
Yeah. I know, Ansar, do you buy it? But I buy it. I think it's really worth visiting. It's
I'll be waiting.
It's very interesting, I think.
I see the question from Kuba. I'm not sure who's the answer.
I think it's to you. Can you share your experience, how you started your journey?
Oh, it's a hard question. Well, to begin with, I've been to Canada for a year. I was supposed to stay there and have a bachelor's degree, but I had some visa issues, so I had to come back. And since then, I never studied in the university. I swapped it, and my work became my university sort of thing. I'm not really sure. Maybe you could give a specific question. But before Ololo, I used to work at other startups related to. Oh, I see another question. So yeah, you just need to. I don't even know what to say. I'm sorry. I got lost in my quick answer.
It's quite so. Canada, and I think when business is growing, it's a good university.
Yeah.
And Bo On says, can students participate in Google Cloud learning? Yes, students can participate. I'll just send the link. I will be typing Bo On link now while I put to the screen next question, so folks can, Aidana and Ansar can read it. I will be typing meanwhile.
Next question is also about participating in cloud learning, but I don't really know the answer for this question. It is up to Askar, I think.
Oh, if outside, I think they can participate, but they cannot go to internship, but they can get the badges. I think no problem.
No.
And there is a link. And again, Kuba is Kuba your friend? He's always typing questions.
But he will be my friend, I guess.
Lots of opportunities for working remotely. Most of them are hybrid or on-site. And US asks for work permit. 3 big problems this guy write in one question. Amazing.
Maybe
Somebody
you
wants
could
to
help with
comment.
this. Maybe you could help with this question.
Ansar, do you know situation in Kazakhstan for junior developers? Is it a lot of work? If you in Kazakhstan, you finished university for computer science, and because I think we discussed with Abigail this in Twitter, she posted today that sometimes not a lot of work in Kyrgyzstan for juniors, maybe. How about Kazakhstan?
If we talk about Kazakhstan, as you know, there are in Astana we have Astana Hub that has a lot of startups, and as you know, they sometimes they post some. Sometimes they search interest, but I don't know if they can work remotely. But I follow some channels with work opportunities, and I don't think that there are. Sorry, I think there are a lot of opportunities to work remotely for our local startups that are exporting their products to other countries. For example, there are several Tajikistan startups that work in Dubai, and they sometimes, as I see, search remotely workers, but I don't know if it is all about interns or not.
I think overall in our region, the situation is more or less the same. Yeah. Global competition need good hard skills and social skills. Yeah. And also Google developers, if you become Google developer student lead or woman tech maker or GTG organizer, you have some little bit small bonus in your CV. It might help to get good job. Also because you have networking, you will have. Kuba Saib asked for socials. Our socials, it means links to social accounts, right?
Social media, I guess. Yes.
Okay. We can post it in the description of YouTube video. So guys, you tired? Let's do last question.
No.
Okay. If more questions, please guys, feel free to type. We are not tired. I mean, most of the big companies can't afford interns to teach them and guide. I don't know how to comment.
Our local big IT companies, Kazakhstan companies, they usually take some interns, and they have internships. For example, Kaspi Kizet and IPAM, if I'm not mistaken, they have some internship programs. So I don't think that this is a big problem if you have good hard skills and soft skills either. So I don't know what about global IT companies, because I never participated in internship programs yet, so I don't know.
Yeah, it depends. Because this Kuba asked for socials. If you want to share your socials, you can send to me. I'll put it in the description. And about Ololo, Aidana, do you want to share the link for how to book this coworking? Because I found
Sure.
the internet is booking.com, right? You have Instagram?
Yeah.
Art hotel. But pictures are really cool.
Mhm.
Okay.
Is it more convenient to you to book through WhatsApp or Telegram or Booking.com?
Booking.com better because free cancellation is convenient. This is how we apply for Schengen visas, right? We book, then we cancel after 1 hour because they don't give visa.
I'll send it then.
Okay, I'll put later. Thank you, Ansar, for finding time despite of problems with Wi-Fi. Thank you, Aidana, for being open to share. What's happening in Kyrgyzstan is very interesting, and I'm sure industry will grow. And thank you, people commenting. Join our certification studies. Join next streams. We can meet each other in person in July or in November. Thank you all for joining.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Thank you, everyone.